Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lainey. Thank you so much for stopping by. As you can tell by the title of today's video, we're going to be doing a Pan Those Shadows update, so if you want to see the progress and the new color story for the next month, then just keep on watching. Before we do that though, please remember to hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video from me. Alright you guys, so let's just hop right into it. First up, we have the item that's been in the longest, which is my shade from my Lunar Beauty Moonspell palette. Oops, I just hit the camera. So first up we have the shade Sabrina from my Lunar Beauty Moonspell palette, and this is such a pain to show. There's a dip. That's it. That's the update. I used this 4 times in the last month, which means I have 4 more uses until I would hit that 20 use goal. I was gonna save it till after I go over the next few shades, but so this shade and the 2 shades I'm about to show you have been in here for quite a few months now, and I'm just tired of them. And there's like less than 10 uses left until I hit the 20 use goal. And this shade and then the next 2 I'm going to show you, I'm just going to roll out because I'm tired of using them and I want this to be fun. And my color story has stayed relatively the same because of these matte shades, so I'm going to be rolling them out. I hope you don't mind, but I need a refresh. So we're going to be rolling Sabrina out. I only had 4 more uses until I hit that 20 use goal. So the next one I had is Fiddlehead from the Raw Beauty Kristi at Foresight. This one I was the closest to hitting the 20 use goal. I only have 20 more uses to go, or 2 more uses to go, sorry. I'm just tired of using this green, honestly. So I knew I was going to roll this out regardless. So I knew I was going to be rolling this update just because I'm close. So I've enjoyed using this and just focusing more on this palette. And I honestly am really close to hitting pan on that Fiddlehead shade, but I am tired of it, so I'm going to be rolling it out with the other shades I'm rolling out. I don't know why I'm repeating myself. The next one has the least amount of use, but I'm just tired of it, and it's Guiding Spirit from the Mulan palette. It's just a warm brown right here. There's a dip going on. I used it 6 times in the last month, which means I have 7 more uses to hit the 20 use goal, but I'm just tired of the shade, so I'm going to be rolling it out. So yeah, these matte shades I was just tired of. I just am tired of using them and I want to shake it up, so we're going to be having quite the new color story this month because the next shade I did hit pan on, finally, and it's the shade Kazookles, which you can kind of see right here. Yeah, you can see the pan. This is from Divina. It was a really, really beautiful purple shade, so I only had 2 more uses until I hit the pan. So, really excited about that. What I'm going to be doing when we get to the randomly generated portion of this update, we're going to be randomly generating a shade to replace Kazookles, like in the palette, because I didn't mention, this palette I'm going to have in the project all the time. Once I hit a pan, I'm going to replace it with a new shadow and just kind of focus on my single shadows. Also, is that pan? That might be pan or close to pan. Anyway, this shade up here I actually rolled into a different project. So if I get that one, I won't be using it, but yeah. So how this is going to work is when I get to the roll-in portion, I'm going to randomly generate a shade to replace Kazookles, and then we're going to randomly generate the shade that I'm going to focus on. So I was really, really happy to hit pan on that. I knew I was going to, so I wasn't worried about that one. And then lastly, we have the shade Scintillate, which is from the Musée Beauty Impressionism palette, which is the only one that's going to be staying in the color story. It's this like classic red blue duochrome. I used it 3 times, so that means I have 17 uses to hit pan, or to roll out or hit pan. So let me show you this one. It's definitely that classic shade, just a nice metallic. So that is the shade Scintillate. My camera really wants to focus on my face right now. If you guys know of any good like unexpected pairings for these typical kind of duochromes, let me know because I'm kind of doing the same thing and I'm kind of getting bored of it. So let me know if you have any recommendations for pairing this matte with this kind of duochrome. So this is the only shade that's staying in. We're going to roll in 3 random shades and then 1 what's this called? So 1 single shadow. So actually, let's do that first. Let's randomly generate the shade that's going to go into it. Okay, so I actually, to replace Kazookles in this palette, I want to focus on my Clionadh shades. I did put Kazookles in here just so it didn't get lost. These aren't all my Clionadh shades. I have like 5 or 6 in a BYOP, but I'm not going to pull those out. I'm just going to go from here. So I have 15 in this palette. So let's randomly generate 1 to 15. And we've got 13. So number 13 is this one right here, which is, so number 13 is this one, which is Ornamental, which is a nice gold. Okay, so now that we picked the replacement shade for Kazookles, let's do numbers 1 to 9 to randomly get what we're going to be rolling in, which is number 8. So we've got 3, 6, 7, 8, which is a multi-chrome from Divina. This is Exosphere, I believe. I have the names written out. Yeah, Exosphere. So we're going to be rolling in Exosphere, which is exciting because this is a very expensive eyeshadow. It is a green-blue multi-chrome. These swatch so nicely. Ugh. So this is Exosphere. We're going to do a gold to hit pan. I would like to hit pan on this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it in 20 uses. We're going to see once I get to the 20 uses if I'm kind of tired of it. Just because I do like to mix up this project quite frequently. So we're going to be rolling in Exosphere. So I have 553 eligible shades to roll into this project. So let's randomly select 3. We've got 81, we've got 392, and we've got 202. So I'm going to find out what those are, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so number 81 is actually a shade that I had in this project earlier this year, I believe, the shade Charmed from ColourPop. Since this is somewhat similar to Fiddlehead, just a little bit darker, I'm going to re-roll for this one because that's not really varying it up. So to replace 81, we've got 351. So I want to randomly re-roll 202 because I don't like the shade that was rolled through. 394. Alright, so after some re-rolling, we've got 3 shades picked out. So the first one I re-rolled for was one that's in the Just My Luck palette that I actually had in this project. And because it's similar to one I just rolled out, the Charm shade, I re-rolled for that. And then the other one I re-rolled was for a palette I probably am going to be decluttering soon, so I re-rolled for that. So let's start out with the first one that was randomly generated, and Moonspell is staying in, so I got the shade Phoebe this time, which I used a little bit throughout this project, so we're going to keep her in. We're going to keep Moonspell in. She wants to stay in, which was originally I was going to have that instead of my singles, and I had it in for a few months. But yeah, so Phoebe is what we're going to be working on. And I think I'll have an easier time panning the shimmer. I panned Samantha at the beginning of the year, so that'll be a nice addition to this color story. I actually think we're going to have only one matte, which I don't mind. I like panning shimmers more. And then the next shade we rolled in was from the Smoke Sessions palette, actually, which is in my Shop My Stash. And we got the shade Sweet Tooth, which I had trouble the one time I've used this shade. It kind of got hard pan, as you can see, that little, like, bump there. It, like, doesn't want to, like, pick up. I don't know. I'm excited to work on this because I don't really use this palette all that much, which is why it's in my Shop My Stash. Ooh, this is not swatching well. So I will either love panning this or I will hate it. It's, like, a very interesting texture, like, sticking my finger in it. But yeah, so that is the next shimmer we're working on. And again, I don't mind panning shimmers. I would rather pan shimmers over mattes. So yeah. And then the last palette we randomly generated is the Feral palette from Menagerie, which is exciting, but I know I'm not going to hit pan. And it is actually the matte, which is the shade Alpha. So this guy right here, which will be interesting to work on. This is what it looks like on my finger. If it wants to focus. This guy will probably not be hitting pan on. So this is my new color story. I actually love it. I love all the shimmers, personally. So this is my new color story. Alright, so we've got Scintillate from Muse Beauty, Exosphere from Divina, we've got Phoebe from Moonspell, Lunar Beauty, Sweet Tooth from Melt in the Smoke Sessions palette, and Alpha from Menagerie Feral. Alright, and that is my update for the Pat in Those Shadows. I hope you guys don't mind that I rolled out the 3 mattes. I just needed a refresh really badly. So I don't really mind, and this is my project, so I don't mind re-rolling when I get shades I really don't want to work on. So I'm excited for the new color story. Lunar Beauty, she wants to stay in here, but I genuinely am excited for all of these shades I'm working on. Could be a good update next month as well, just because shimmers are easier for me to hit pan on. But I'm really, really excited. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you like down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!